Broadcasting live from Vegas, Sector 9, this is Trevor Green with another episode of All Systems Go, Console Pierce's very own shooter extravaganza. This week we will be taking a look at Slipheed, The Lost Planet, on the PlayStation 2, developed by Treasure and Game Arts, then published by Working Designs in the year 2000. This is a direct sequel to the classic Slipheed on the Sega CD, released in 1993. Beautiful intro scene for the game. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game for an early PlayStation 2 title. Working Designs and Treasure, they really knew how to operate the PlayStation 2 software. I mean, they pushed it to its limits early on. I mean, this is a gorgeous game. You know, I'm not so sure about the translation work. I mean, it's great, the voiceovers are great, but who names a military ship the White Pigeon? Now, of course, this is a live recorded broadcast, and I'm going to play through the first stage. There's only 3 stages in the game, but I'm going to play through the first stage because the stages are pretty long, and I try to keep this to an under 10-minute ordeal for you guys. Sort of like my 8th marriage. Goodbye, White Pigeon. Those weren't rocks after all.
Years after the Zakarite Civil War, mankind is about to confront a new threat. A threat from the
storyline, of course, is that these biometric creatures that take over rock are headed straight for your home planet. There's only one thing to do. Kill everything that moves. Now, let's see. Enter the name. Of course, we are Cat Daddy. One day I'll explain that to you guys. Has to do with kicking the Kill Rathy's butts on my Sega CD with Wing Commander. What an awesome game. What awesome game this is. So let's get back to it.
Begin mounting your weapons now.
Alright, on this game, as you can see, you can select your weapons. You have 2 weapons, left and right weapons. And you select both sides, and square controls the left weapon, and circle controls the right weapon. But X controls both simultaneously. So just keep X pressed down, why not? There's a big strategy to the weapons in the game, if I remember correctly. I mostly stuck to the Vulcans. But, you know, there's optical lasers and 7 lasers and all kind of stuff. But I found the Vulcans to be the most versatile weapons and to quickly take down bosses. Great scoring mechanic on the game. Of course, there's combo scores, but when you really want to score, get as close as you can to the enemy before killing it. The closer you are, the greater multiplier you'll get. Highest you can get, I think, is 16. You know, so grab those 16s and 8s as much as you can. Those are what's going to boost your high score if you're going for a high score run. Me, I just like to survive the shooter games. And of course you can shoot bullets in this game. The blue ones anyway. Get those multipliers as well. Why not? Alright, so our first mid-boss is down. Every stage has 2 to 3 mid-bosses. Except stage 3. There's very few of the little popcorn enemies that are one-hit kills, and it's mostly just throwing you into mid-boss after mid-boss type of stage, but it's enjoyable. Every stage you refuel. There's no one-hit kills on the game. You have shields And the refueling replenishes shields a few points and allows you to select new weapons if you're going to change your strategy up for the later part of the stage, especially the final boss. Now, it's been a while since I've played this, but I feel confident we can take this first boss down. Ah, these guys here. Move up on them quickly and get that 16, but if you really want to get a high score, unlike me, they spray a nice little bullet spray out that you can take down as you go back and forth to each one. But like I said, beautiful game. They really translated this well into a modern shoot 'em up where you have the 2D shooter gameplay, you know, but you have it in a 3D environment. Beautiful backgrounds, lots going on, beautiful music, voices talking to you all the time, though I'm not sure if that's in the game or just in my head. But on another note, you know, it translates well. I enjoy this. A lot of the modern shooters that went to 3D, they really got weird, you know, but this one, it stayed to the main vertical shooter formula, and I love it. This is a really underrated gem. Alright, here comes our first big boss. But it's really an underrated gem because not a lot of people know about it. When they think Slipheed, they think about the Sega CD version of Slipheed that came out here in the States. And while it was an innovative game using polygons and stuff, you know, it just couldn't compete with great things like Robo LST on the Sega CD or Android Assault, or go over to the Sega Genesis Truxton and Musha and different things. So, you know, the game looked neat, but the gameplay wasn't there. I can't remember these patterns. And of course, all the bosses, the final bosses, they have several stages they go through. Once you defeat one stage, they switch patterns and go to something new. And it helps if you remember what you're doing, but since we don't, we'll struggle on. No, we still got plenty of shield. This guy's going down. And your shields are fully replenished at the end of each stage. Oh, we got him with the 16. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for stage 1. Well, in the comments below, you know what to do. Tell me what you think of Slipheed, the Lost Planet. Tell me what you think of All Systems Go. Do you love it, hate it? Do you miss the old formula where I wrote the articles instead of doing a video? Or do you love the videos? Let me know. Don't forget to give us a like and share. Galactic Defense Arcade, the main series, is coming to YouTube soon. We're finishing up a lot of prop work, costuming, and different things, but we're almost ready for launch. We're really working toward it. And I wanted to give a big shout out and thanks to Russ Gitter. He's joined the Galactic Defense Arcade staff. He's helping out with a ton of stuff. Great guy. We appreciate you, Russ. Anyways, guys, I am heading out. So see you guys again this week, because this is a 2-episode week because of that hurricane, aka solar storm, since we're in Vegas Sector 9 and there is no hurricanes. Ha 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 ha.